Well, it also kind of looks like Greg the Hammer Valentine raided Jesse Ventura's wardrobe.
No, Elvis definitely ate after midnight.
Elvis mutated. Yeah. I'm former Movie Trivia Schmoedown singles champion Marisol McKee, aka Lady Justice.
And I'm former Movie Trivia Schmoedown singles champion Adam the Coyote Collins.
Wingapo, and welcome to Champs on Film.
Grandmother Willow.
I think, would you want to be John Smith in this scenario? Why would you want to be Grandmother Willow?
I don't know who I want to be. The raccoon, the talking tree. Welcome back to MovieBrawls. I'm really excited about this one. This is something I have been, it's been on my wish list for a while. Not only did I respect these guys' knowledge, but I really respected their character work. They set the standard. I always wanted them to either play each other in the Schmoedown or be a team or both. This is a Coyote special. I really wanted this to happen.
Of course, you guys are two of the biggest characters that we all loved from the Schmoedown, and we had to get them together in some way or another. So let's just bring them in. You know them. They're larger than life and some of the favorite competitors we ever saw there. And here they are. We have Craig the Barbarian and Marc the Enigma Heuck. Let's bring them on.
Gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Mark's laugh freaked me out. I don't know what to do with that.
What is the smartest sentence that ever began with "Let me tell you, Gordon Soley"?
So, guys, part of the reason we wanted to bring you on here is not only because you were exceptional Schmoedown competitors and personalities, but because you are longstanding wrestling fans. So starting with Marc, just give us an idea of what was your entry point with wrestling? What does it mean to you?
I came in probably when a lot of people did with the ascent of the WWE, the first WrestleMania, and Rock and Wrestling, and Cyndi Lauper and such. And I've stayed committed to it ever since. Basically, I've always liked to tell people, even back in the uncool days, it was violent ballet. You had spectacle, you had costumes, you had drama, and I've always just gotten off on the never-ending storylines and plus, I personally feel like promo cutting is such a tremendous art and a great stress reliever that I really feel like there is money being left on the table by not having a TV show where wrestlers teach normal people how to cut promos in their jobs so that, they could, hypothetically tell off a terrible coworker or schoolmate, that sort of thing.
Or drop the mic at a board meeting. I would be ready. Yeah.
Well, they even had like a Super Bowl commercial, kind of like that. Not with wrestlers, but with rock stars. Didn't they just have like a Super Bowl commercial where they're just like people trying to bring that like rock star life or rock star lingo into their boardrooms.
I feel like that music video by the Daniels captures that vibe, right?
What then? Which one?
We don't want to get sidetracked. We'll sidebar on that later. Craig, what got you into wrestling and given the fact that you may or may not have been to a pretty big event recently.
Somebody was at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
A little tip of the hat there.
Yeah.
Pick up this WrestleMania hat there. As you'll see, I've got this my Hulkamania boa on. I just went to WrestleMania 39. It was my second time going. I went to WrestleMania 31 and when I was up in San Francisco. This time I went with three fellow Schmoedown competitors with me: Ty the Tyrant Lieberman, Kevin the Smasher Smets, and of course the Kaiser. Spence and I did a joint cosplay as the Mega Powers. I went as Hogan, and he went as Hogan as he went. Sorry, I went as Hogan, and he went as Macho Man Randy Savage. My entry into wrestling, though, was actually kind of the reverse of a lot of people. It's like when I was a kid, there were like people that were into wrestling, and I could not understand why, because I was like, it's fake. Why would I want to watch this? Because it's fake. It's fake. But then when I was in college, my older brother was having people over for the Royal Rumble, and I went over there, and we had these. You put money in and draw a number, and if your number wins, you get the raffle. You get the money. And I remember this specific Royal Rumble. In the middle of the ring were Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, and then my number gets called. And the guy and the next thing I know, I hear, "Stand back! There's a hurricane coming in!" And out comes this tiny guy dressed as a superhero with a mask and a cape, and he comes out there and he like takes one hand and puts it on Triple H's throat. He takes the other hand and puts it on Stone Cold Steve Austin's throat. And for a second, I thought, I'm gonna win this. This guy's gonna take these guys out. And then they look at each other, they dump them over the ropes. And so I lost my money right away. But I gained something more important. That it's like it made me realize that, sure, it's fake, but they know that everyone knows it's fake, and they use that to their advantage to embrace this really fun, over the top storytelling. And on top of that, like the physicality of wrestlers, like especially the luchadors like Rey Mysterio, is super impressive. And it's you combine those two aspects, and it's just such a it became a form of entertainment that I really fell in love with, and have been following ever since.
Well, I even though I am not as invested as I used to be, I have a deep appreciation for the 80s, 90s, early aughts. Rey Mysterio and Kevin Nash's rivalry was one of my favorites, because it was a David and Goliath thing. So entertaining. But guys, I think it's safe to say we all like to speculate how things would go down if some of us got into a ring and fought with more than trivia. So tonight that gets to be realized, and I'm just so excited for these guys to see what you have created. These are, in my opinion, are two of our masterpieces. Your masterpieces. She created these solely on her own, and I am just blown away. So let's get this going.
All right. Worked for Rocky Balboa and Mason the Lion Dixon.
Look, I've been really impressed with what I've seen Marisol put together so far, especially her own character. That was really incredible work you've done there. So I'm excited to see what you got.
Thanks, man. And these are, full disclosure, these are you guys at various points in I tried to capture iconic versions of you guys from points in your Schmoedown career. Craig, I think yours is about season 9, this last season. It's kind of an amalgamation of your energy and your style at that point. So let's see how this goes. All right.
So no mustache, thank God. That was a bad choice. Nice. Oh, the glasses. It's beautiful.
Right, let's make some magic happen.
Oh, and you got the Suns Out, Guns Out shirt. Beautiful.
I did. And that was the closest I can get to kind of your shimmery, your glittery
jacket. Yeah, no. The jacket works. It looks very similar.
Puerto Rico.
Oh,
let's go.
There we go. That's where the most recent
Dami Moscasolina.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh, look at that. This looks just like me too. This is amazing. There we go. I did.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of a giant Elvis around me.
So Elvis has mutated, as you can see.
Yeah. He has eaten well. You know, my real life Schmoedown entrance, I sort of modeled after a combination of Sheamus and Triple H. Wonder if either of those were options for you to add in here.
Well, it also kind of looks like Greg the Hammer Valentine raided Jesse Ventura's wardrobe.
No, Elvis definitely ate after midnight.
Elvis mutated. Yeah.
He is on another level.
Oh yeah, look at him.
He escaped Robert Parker. Yeah.
He just really said that. Yep.
And he's pissed. Okay, who could his opponent be? Oh my God, it's.
Oh. You're going.
I don't remember slapping myself around on the Schmoedown, though. I was way more
so a little
deadpan
leeway to
back then.
capture your stoic entrance. That was the trade-in to get this stoic entrance.
Okay.
But it fits with your awesome theme music.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
You're going down,
It's-
Mark.
Yeah, the lighting is giving me this yellowish, like I got jaundice or something.
We know how vibrant you are. But I just got to say, the hair on both of these gentlemen, you outdid yourself. You outdid yourself because obviously, guys, the three of us can all four of us now, rather, can appreciate the hair, right?
Oh yeah,
It's
Right.
important. Yeah.
100%. Ooh, look at this.
Quite ominous. This suits.
I like to think that
This suits the Enigma.
we long-haired male Schmoedown competitors were a subgenre in our own.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I kept trying to get someone to do the hair match against me. We actually
Saul would have done it.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. We actually had one on the books. It was supposed to be me and Saul were going to play in a hair match. Had the Schmoedown not ended when it did.
Okay,
Yeah,
boys.
Whoa, wait. Did the bell ring? Did the bell even ring? Okay, wait, hold on a second. here.
Hey, I don't mess around. I just get down.
All right, well, you're going to pay for that later. Oh, there we go. See, told you. Oh,
Right into a DD. That was very, very slick.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I would have been the kind of guy who just sort of lets you, would play possum and rope-a-dope and just, take as much punishment as I could up front and then, come in for the kill. But I do.
I don't know if there was a setting for that. I couldn't get a possum setting for the player.
Well,
I'm
no,
sorry.
but me just wailing before the bell even rings. That also kind of at least fits my Schmoedown character of being the guy who's like in the prison yard going to go for the first biggest guy just to show everybody how crazy he is.
You went right for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Schmoedown personality-wise, that fits you exactly. No, I got to say though, you do something like that here. It's like they say, you take a shot at me, you better not miss because I'm going to come back for you. Now, this is a TLC match. I feel like we should start getting some of these T's, L's, and C's out here.
Yeah, because well, I mean, I like to say that I'm decimating you with tender loving care, but yeah. Well, okay, so
I'm showing off here.
You are clearly lifting me after my post-COVID weight gains.
Yeah.
I was a little more lean during my Schmoedown years.
I will say, if you noticed there, I was getting a little workout in. That's how little I feel threatened.
Where you going, Mark? Man, you guys really are throwing each other around.
Mm-hmm.
We are. Look, we've been angling to get our hands on each other for 3 years now. So,
yeah.
We're going to take advantage of this as much as we can.
Of course, this is a physical manifestation of all your knowledge.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
I remember when I got drafted, Christian made a comment that I was like if Marc Heuck was on the light side because that's when I was a face. You know, and so I feel like we're finally getting to see the light versus the dark here. And you know, I don't know if you guys have seen Star Wars,
not
but
bad,
the light
not
side
bad.
usually wins.
Oh,
there we
You guys
go.
are pulling
Whoa, the full Nelson.
nothing.
Dear
Yeah.
Lord.
You know, in
Oh.
high school wrestling, that
He's
movie
tap
was illegal.
dancing.
So
tap dancing on Mark's face.
Yep.
That's
we
how
go.
you wear down your opponent.
That is. I do have a jacket that's almost exactly like that one. I like it's like the purple. Like no,
Good.
it's perfect. Yeah.
I
feel like
wish I could
change
put
into that outfit.
Mark's trench coat on, but it doesn't let you bring the trench
Yeah, you
coat
transition
into
a fighting coat, Mark.
Yeah, because
you-
at one point I think it was trying to duplicate the billows of the coat, but it just made me look like I had those weird sort of pontoon culottes that were big about 7 years ago for women.
Oh, finally the tables.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
I feel like for Mark, you could have just taken William.
Conference is in
Regal
session,
and-
Barbarian.
Take William Regal and put him in the Undertaker's outfit. And that would have been a perfect mix there.
Oh,
I have always had the question, the wrestlers with kids, how do they feel about going to parent-teacher conferences? Because they're in a room full of folding chairs.
I feel like they feel right at home.
They probably hide all the chairs when the parents are coming.
They know how to use those chairs better than the other parents do. They know they've got the advantage.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
okay.
Craig's got the ladder. All right.
There we go.
We got the T and we got the L.
Yeah. Now, if you guys watched WrestleMania, this did not go well for the person who took poor Finn Balor. Got 14 stitches to the face. From a ladder to the face.
Oh.
Both of these competitors have so much
There we
resolve.
go.
It's going
Okay.
to take
Okay.
a
You know, I'm just rope a doping you here, though.
Oh.
No.
See, you think you're gonna put me through that table, but
Yeah, and
Oh.
I did.
It's not
I
a
lulled you. I lulled you into false sense
I
of
crushed you so
security.
bad the table disintegrated.
Looks to me like the gas tank is at about halfway. You want to make sure it doesn't get close enough to E, though.
Oh, wait a second.
Craig.
Is there a briefcase?
Wait a
Craig,
minute.
you better do something.
Have I?
Craig, better wake up.
Get up. Knock him
Why is
down.
it taking me so long to undo that money in the bank?
Oh, why am I-
Briefcase.
It's a devil's knot.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
I don't know why I didn't just knock over
I don't
the
think Mark's
ladder,
having
but
it.
this is much better. Oh, nope, less good. Less good. Come on, get up. No, get up.
Can I
I
not
want this
figure out the
goddamn
combination?
suitcase.
Jeez, oh, Pete, get up. What am I doing? Get up. What is going on here?
Defense at this point
You
in
just
the
lay
match.
there. Get
You
up.
simply have to make sure
Help
that
him.
gets up that ladder other than you. Period.
Come on. There we
Come
go.
on,
Finally.
Craig.
Come on.
Finally.
Where you
Don't
going,
put him
buddy?
under the window. Don't
How
put him
do
in
I
the
not have
corner.
the combination to this briefcase?
Ah!
Oh!
I thought I was finally going to get to it, but
Let's take another look at what made that matchup so memorable.
that did not go as I expected.
Yeah, it just goes into thin air.
Yeah. I feel like
took a really
I
long
felt like I
time.
lost Alec Damon.
Yeah.
You know, I had
To
all
be
these high
fair, Craig
expectations
had all the
for
chances
winning.
in the world to get up because it took Mark a millennia to open that case, apparently.
Oh, that's well, that was unfortunate. Yeah, you
Wow.
Okay. All right. So, look. I think I need to process that.
can take the cross.
Please, the floor is yours, gentlemen.
Well, thoughts. Yeah.
Well,
One, congratulations to Mark. Hell of a battle.
Well, he brought an amazing amount of strength and endurance to the ring, but I wound up activating his insurance as I sing.
I will say I was clearly out of shape. I spent a lot of time on the mat. It's once I get back into a normal training regimen, and I will spend less time just lying there letting him unlock the briefcase. And the next time when I stand up while he's still on the ladder with the briefcase, instead of just walking away, I will knock the ladder over in order to gain the upper hand. But you know, that was an unfortunate performance. I'm a little embarrassed myself.
Well, it's a rebuilding season for you.
I guess Marisol's right. This was like my season 9 Schmoedown.
Oh,
Craig, here's the thing. You need to understand, you were really bringing it. That was a shrunken down like microcosm of a match, because you were the one who brought the table in. Mm-hmm. You were the one who brought the ladder in. Like
some major slams too.
You were very aggressive. Like, obviously Barbarian means business in this game.
Yes.
But I want to see more of both of these guys personally.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I got the briefcase, so I'm gonna be cashing that in.
Yeah, I mean,
Mark, what are you gonna do next?
Yeah.
Well, Disneyland didn't pay me, so I'm doing something else.
Is there a champion you can catch that briefcase in on? Can you make a Sam Levine and just have Mark take the briefcase to Sam Levine?
We may or may not have one waiting in the wings, but what we've realized is when we run these simulations, and I say this as a fan of the Gone Too Soon series Deadliest Warrior, I feel like when we run these simulations, I'm like, I feel like the pseudoscientists in that show. I'm like, aha. Yeah, we ran a few simulations between you guys tonight, and the match that we presented, it felt like it represented the best spread of your abilities in a short span of time. But I want to see you guys do more.
Yeah, I played around. I set them to the same power rating. Like, you guys had the same exact whatever you call it, same strength and power ratings, but just gave you like slightly different kind of move sets, like different like variations of your moves that you do. But it was really interesting to see the ways that it plays out.
If you introduce more people into a TLC match, and we would love to work up to this eventually. When you have more than 2 people, it tends to more people are knocking down that ladder. So
an hour.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you add one more competitor to a TLC match, it usually doubles the length, because the ladder never stays up.
No. If we had thrown in more people, it could be Schmoedown competitors or a movie character. Who would you guys want to throw in there? Mark, who do you want to throw in?
Oh. Mrs.
If
Brady.
there is a movie character.
Florence Henderson. I want to take. No,
okay.
Cut that out.
Okay.
I'm talking nonsense.
Nothing's off the table.
Nothing's off the table. It could be done. There's a lot. I can make a lot of people in this thing. I could customize the hell out of these things. It can be done.
Brings out a vacuum cleaner. I would want to face the Warfather. Throw him in there. I would like to face the 3 other gentlemen I mentioned that had gone to WrestleMania with the Tyrant, Kaiser, the Smasher. Get them in there.
Okay.
I feel like make this an 8-person tag, an 8-person ladder match. So 2 of us, Florence Henderson, and then the other 5 people 2 of us, Florence Henderson. The other 4 people I named.
She fights dirty.
I have no doubt.
Well,
she's got Westonality, so
yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. With respect to gender in the WWE games, they do restrict us to male and female representing characters.
Yeah, this version we have is lame.
That said, we have our workaround is we do have some gender bending matches in the works. So we're figuring there's a gender.
I can also make a gender fluid flow.
Yeah, there's a gender fluid me in on the roster. We're working on a gender fluid you, and that goes for all the characters. That's a standing invitation, just because we don't want to be limited,
and we don't want to restrict it to same-sex matches, even though WWE 2K19 only has that capability. There are ways around.
Yeah,
I mean, they do. They in the real WWE, they have mixed tag matches. Now they typically don't allow the women to fight the men and men fight the women during the mixed tag. But even then, it's like there have been multiple women in the Royal Rumble. In the men's Royal Rumble, there's now a full-on women's Royal Rumble. But there have been, Chyna, Beth Phoenix.
Yep.
And then of course Santina Maria has been in the women's Royal Rumble before.
Don't forget Rhea Ripley. When she's taking time out from her Shakespeare sister reunion. So,
yeah. Exactly.
Well, I can't. I can only imagine seeing all of those.
Well, we also, we've talked about the possibility of elimination chamber matches. That's a good That's a good opportunity to get a lot of people involved. Those are very entertaining.
I like this. I like the sound of doing a giant TLC match. That'll get really dirty really fast.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
And then one other question we have is if you could compete against any WWE or Schmoedown personality in this format, who would it be?
You take this one first. I need to come up with a good answer and not that nonsense from earlier.
All right. I'm
here for more. Henderson's a thing now.
You turned that into a thing. Yeah, no, you made that a thing.
Yeah. Can I just combine my answer into Chris Jericho?
Oh yeah.
I feel like, is there already a Chris Jericho
character in the game already?
Yeah, I wouldn't even have to make him.
Yeah.
I think there's like 3 Chris Jerichos in this game.
Might put a little more clothes on him, but it's okay.
Well, they got like all the WCW skins in this, which is cool. Mm-hmm. I really like that about 2K19. There's a lot of WCW love in this game and ECW. Oh, nice. You guys know what's up.
Yeah. Now, can I ask you a question? Would you be able? Are you able to assign managers to any wrestler?
Yes, but only in traditional matches. So with Video Drew and Marisol, we could have managers come out only because it was a standard match. You can't have them. The managers won't come out for the special matches.
Yeah, for like Elimination Chamber or TLC, it disables the add a manager option.
And that's just a disadvantage to this particular game. Mm-hmm. But
Well, can I suggest then? Why don't we have Kaiser finally get to manage Chris Jericho as he tries to do in the Schmoedown draft, and when he refused to play for him. Force the digital Chris Jericho to actually have Kaiser as his manager.
This is a ripe opportunity for wish fulfillment.
I do think Kaiser and Finstock are inevitable in this game. So I think a situation where Barbarian and Jericho with their respective managers come out could be very, very compelling.
That's the thing.
And Mark, for what it's worth, spoiler alert, we do have a Shannon available. So for if you ever have a manager come out, we got you covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my dream competitor would probably have to be the loose cannon Brian Pillman because, look at how I took on that match. I mean, he has to match me crazy for crazy, and plus we're both Cincinnati boys, and plus I would just want to see if he could probably take me down really fast. Physically, but I think I would dominate him trivia-wise.
So in the middle, you'll hit him with the chair and then ask him a question.
Yeah.
So full disclaimer, one of my favorite testing matches I did when we were kind of prepping for this show is I won't disclose the personality. But one of our faction members exists in the game, and I created a handicap match where this person had to fight Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, and Braun Strowman at the same time. Mm-hmm. And it is ceaselessly entertaining because this very small person is doing their best, and and the game defies physics, and seeing them body slam Andre was really something. So I'd love to work up to
that sounds a little bit like the the gimmick that I had come up with in an interview years ago when I was on a wrestling tirade, which is the Mississippi Vermin match, where it's a one-way deal where it's not so much that I have to get the pin, it's that the opponent has only so much time to pin me. So it's like I'm a greased pig and they can't keep me down. So it's like three guys just trying, fighting each other, trying to see who's going to get this guy, and the little guy just stays the course for 15 minutes or so.
I feel like Mark missed his calling as a wrestling promoter. I feel like that'd be amazing.
So again, this was wonderful having you two gentlemen on here. Now's your chance to plug what you're passionate about, where we can find you, and in the interwebs, interspace. Mark, where can we find you?
Well, you can always find me on Twitter at THE_HOYK, the phonetic pronunciation of my name, The Heuck. And you can read my amassed essays on film and culture at my blog, which is The Projector Has Been Drinking at projectorhasbeendrinking.blogspot.com. And most recently, I have had the enormous pleasure of doing 2 episodes of the Video Archives podcast After Show with Gala Avery, which air in between the episodes with Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avery. And
cool.
On these episodes, we discussed the infamous sci-fi horror hodgepodge The Visitor with Joanne Nail and John Huston and Shelley Winters. And on the other, the infamous 1980 future disco biblical glitter musical The Apple.
Oh, I'm instantly sold on that.
Let's go.
Nice, love it. And Craig, what's up in your corner? Where can we find you?
I mean, first off, I feel like you'll find me listening to Mark's podcast because I don't have any.
Yeah.
But no, you can find me on Twitter at Barbarian Craig. And in terms of shows I've been doing, I pop up here and there. I've done, I think, 3 episodes of Settle the Score. You can find, and then I've my old faction mates, Mark the Moose Haas and Benny Hamblin, aka the Old Brother Lomas, have been doing a little bit of a trivia show on that they've set up on a channel they call The Last American Heroes. I've recorded a couple matches on there. One myself versus Ethan Irwin in a Star Trek match, and then I faced we had a Finstock Exchange reunion match where we played in a Spy Kids franchise match. And and then I recently just filmed. They're doing a tournament with various podcasts, and there's a podcast that I've guest starred on a few times called Film on Tap with Andres Gallego, Sister Chronic Nancy Rodriguez, and Tom Chattelbash. They needed a 4th, so I joined them for that. And we faced off against Flick and Reel, which is Jesse Swift and Sean Wingblade, and a couple others there. If you guys recall, very late in the Schmoedown, Glory Jean was introduced into the Schmoedown. She's there with
Glory Jean.
Yeah, Glory Jean was the 4th on their team. So that was a very fun match. There's a little surprise twist that happens very early on. I don't want to give away, but it's I'll tell you guys once we end this. But it's funny.
Nice, perfect. Well, we will have links to all of that stuff below. Yeah.
Man, this was look, guys, thank you for granting a small wish of mine. Maybe someday we'll see you guys throw down with actual trivia. We'd love to get in there too, maybe. But in the meantime, there's no reason we can't all keep hanging out, right?
Of course.
Right. And this is a good place to start. You guys did not disappoint, both as on-screen personalities and as badass avatars. So thank you for joining us, and please come back. I hope we can have you both back, possibly in a match with even more competitors at some point.
Hey, evil's patient.
Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Of course.
Holy pants. That was something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look, it lived up to the hype for me, but it also left me wanting more. I need to see these guys fight again and again. I need to not just see a trilogy. I need to see a quintology.
A what-y?
A quintology.
There we go. I know Craig was disappointed. He shouldn't be so bad on himself. He was kicking some ass.
Yeah, he was getting some licks in, something fierce. Mark rallied at the end. And did you see the size of Elvis in this game?
Elvis has been on some steroids.
He's been at the damn ass gym.
Yeah. Heuck mentioning violent ballet made me, like, the first thing I thought of when he said that made me think of The Wrestler and Black Swan, like back to back. They're a terrific double feature. They're two sides of the same coin.
You know what I love about the guests we've been having on, our friends, and colleagues here, is the fact that, like, Eric, Nerd Chronic, last week mentioned the phrase Impact Theater, which has always been very apropos with wrestling. And both of these guys were basically, a mixture of John Wick and Fred Astaire tonight. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Well, if you like that, please stay tuned. We've got a lot more on the way on Champs on Film. As always, more movie brawls, more movie reviews, retrospectives, and the like.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, Champs on Film, for more content. And you can follow us, as always, at our respective handles on both Twitter and Letterboxd.
Please and thank you.
I feel like I should say the opposite of Wingapo right now. Do you know what that is?
Unga Pao.
What's wrong with you?
How do you say Grandmother Willow backwards? That's what I want to know. Waluri
No.
Rangwad.
All right, somebody's spending a little too much time in the Black Lodge.
Man from another place. Let's go. I am the arm